Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. Danielson! Time.
And it looks like we're going to get the entertainment we were all hoping for.
That really was a thing of beauty, curled in effortlessly.
Well, the ball flight may be unpredictable, but the predictable part was the technique. It screamed goal all the way.
Speculative strike. Gave it a go, but off target.
Well, at least he's not short on confidence. Trying from that sort of distance, why not?
And the pass is intercepted. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. No, it's Cristiano Ronaldo! Really nicely worked opportunity, that. Some lovely exchanges.
Well, that's how you penetrate the numbers, with very shrewd movement and passing precision, and all done at pace.
Now it's Neymar. That's an excellent interception. And there's green grass ahead of him. And he's in on goal! Bit too much weight on the pass. Inter Milan with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's a sharp little ball here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Now it's Bellingham. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Adams did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Danielson, and he's managed to get free. Danielson! Sticks it away! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
And now he has two. Inter Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Adams makes the interception. Good running, strong and purposeful. There will be a throw-in. And that's definitely not his best. Camavinga. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, what a pass! Mbappe! And he's really put himself on the line here. Corner number 2 then. And that was very necessary. And now they can spring out of defence. He is through here. Beckham. Now there's a Beckham! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Beckham has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
And he cuts out the supply. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Threads one in. Danielson. That's very neat. Strong running down that left flank.
Oh, really well played.
smell. They are flying. An act of charity gratefully received. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Shapes to shoot! In he goes again! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, that wasn't far away.
Keeper felt he had that covered. Some of the crowd were less convinced. It was really well drilled.
Romario. Neither of these two want to come off second best. He's played him through. He's had a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
And we have our very first corner. And the header! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It may be goalless, but it is not without interest.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Rummenigge! Could be danger here. There's the hit!
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
And that's really well manoeuvred. And here's Ribery. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Busquets. And it's Ribery. Camavinga. And reclaimed it in a trice. Hernandez.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Rummenigge producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Alexander-Arnold. Passing is crisp and sharp. Vigo could try cutting inside here. That's going to go a long way. Inter Milan have got it back and they'll have another go. 5 minutes till the break. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And he thumps it clear.
There they go, hunting again.
That has ended up in no man's land.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Rummenigge! He's trying his best to keep it in play here. And we hit half-time. Truth be told, perhaps it's not the game that many anticipated, but there is lots to be seen in it, lots to be taken from it. Plenty for the key figures to mull over, but it remains goalless.
Hello everybody, and please join me
To look
in
back on the
wishing
first
a happy
45
wedding
minutes.
anniversary
Inter
to one of
may
our fan
probably
club
be
members.
feeling a little aggrieved about not capitalising on such a bright start. Their mood at half-time should be more upbeat. The glass remains half full and it should spur them on.
Well, it's been an enthralling game so far, this meeting of regular rivals. High intensity, high in passion. Tough game for the officials to this point, but that is unlikely to change. So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. Both sides defensively robust up to now. And it's Vigo. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Goes down, but nothing given. Romario, over to the left. Rummenigge is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Now it's Romario. 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected.
The attendance for this match
That's been
was
cut out, well played.
80,113.
Has a look and plays it forward. Rummenigge. Rodri. And here's Romario. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Thuram cuts it out. Eto'o chasing after it. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Forwards and with intent.
Inter showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Looking tidy in possession here. Camavinga. Well, there's the clearance.
Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price.
Alexander-Arnold. And Hernandez.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And that's that. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well,
Please
that
make sure
really
to
did
watch
fly
the screen
by.
for an
It's one of these
information
games
bulletin
where
from the
everything
regional
progresses
police
at 100
department.
miles per hour, and at the end of it, this is what you can sometimes get. There may have been no winner, but still a tremendous watch.
Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. And here's Mbappe. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Luka Modric. He's someone, Peter, who reads the game that little bit quicker than everyone else. He's got fantastic technique too, and that allows him to weigh his through ball.
To Nielsen! Ah, good steal, he just read it. Griezmann. Figo. He's shifting through the gear. In with a header! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Adams clears it away. And he whips it in. And now they can spring out of defence. Still goalless at the moment. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Griezmann. And here's Mbappe. Oh, that pass isn't the best. McAllister. Camavinga. He's got away. Oh, he's got the shot away! Goal, Inter! There is the breakthrough. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Inter Milan have fired themselves in front.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
And the pass is intercepted. Mbappe! It's Griezmann! He has done it! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
He just absolutely speared that in.
That is just the top drawer finish. He was always in control and couldn't have placed it any better.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus.
Mbappe! Well, that is rather wayward.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Inter Milan finding their passes. Griezmann, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory.
Been indicated.
Deep into stoppage time. A good play on the left-hand side here. He's found a way through. And he's being shifted off it. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's one each.
Match broadcast live on our club's FM
It's been a really
station.
interesting game up to now, and the sides are predictably very well matched. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but as it stands, it's one each.
Substitutions taking place.
There's the whistle then to start the second half. Messi. Ribery. And the counter is on. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Vigo looking to get on the end of this.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Someone who's featured heavily of late, in a good sense, of course. He's tried one! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Substitution.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Rice gets flagged offside. Ribery. Inter Milan looking to pass their way through. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Inter clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
He's had a shot! Goal! Inter! And they're back in front. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
And now he has two. Inter Milan take the lead. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue, and they'll get clinical.
Corner number 2 then. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he was quick to react. And it's Ribery. Figo. Oh, that's fabulous.
Inter clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
He has found the way through. Rice. Rice. Oh, that's a key interception. Camavinga. And it's Ribery. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Figo. Figo.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
He's picked his way through. Oh, right place, right time.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that's it. Inter Milan pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. Denilson claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
I think it comes down to one thing, Peter.
Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. Well, there is here a great sense of expectation as to universal contentment. The Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. And as you can see, we've already started here. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Van der Vaart.
Steven Gerrard is capable of taking a game by the scruff of the neck and anywhere he wants after that.
Yeah, one way or another, he'll contribute to the scoring of a goal.
Yeah, and when the going gets tough, tough seems to come easy for him.
And it's Del Piero. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Gerrard, he's played Rummenigge! Oh, the ball's come loose here. He'll try. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Gerrard, the man we've all come to watch.
Yeah, that works for me.
And Del Piero! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Alexander-Arnold clears it away. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. And the ball's come loose here. Arsenal have their second corner now. Tries to get it clear. He's going for goal! That was superb goalkeeping.
Del Piero clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Over to the left. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Irwin goes on a charge down the left.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. But it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
It's been a pretty abject performance. No efforts at goal. I'm struggling to remember the last time we had that.
So we reached the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. So we're just settling back into this second half. So the first half brought no goals. Got a shot away! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 3 coming up. And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Substitutions taking place.
So their fourth quarter of the game. They've played it short. And now they can spring out of defence. Del Piero might just make this. Cristiano Ronaldo. Inter Milan can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Mbappe! Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
The attendance for this match was
Big relief, it just needed better
60,810.
contact.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 21.
We have got changes here from both sides, in
Number
fact.
15.
So a double change here, and both changes are offensive.
Well, it looks like he's playing his trump card. That'll inject a lot of energy up front.
He has found a way through. Ljungberg,
Coming on the field.
and the keeper's in command. Inter Milan will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Thuram,
Substitution in progress.
well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Good read, needed to be.
Arsenal merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
He's in plenty of space here. He's found a way through. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Rudiger spots it and intercepts. Five minutes left on the clock.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Haaland.
Oh, that was
minutes has been
expansive
indicated.
and incisive, the type of move to please any coach. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Haaland. And he gets rid in a hurry. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Inter can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do.
Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. Well, you've got to say, the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. And already we're underway here. Barcelona finding their passes. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Harry Kane. He's a deadly finisher, Peter, obviously, but he can contribute much more than that for his team.
And the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. And that should get the job done. Messi. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way.
Look, it's a run defence is dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
And he gets rid in a hurry. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Chance here to counter. And he's managed to get free. Oh, and he's through the middle. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Kane. Oh, there's the clearance. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. That's a throw. Hernandez. And it's Figo. That's a shade optimistic. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Vinicius Junior. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. And that is a little undercooked. Oh, what a pass! Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. It's in, and that looks to me very much like an own goal.
No, I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take...
He's had a shot! Gavi. Inter Milan are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Couldn't squeeze it through. Colomboani. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. The sides separated then just by that one unfortunate moment. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And there is the half-time whistle. And it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
Oh, what a terrific 45 minutes, all triggered by a helter-skelter tempo that has, you know, been very open, end-to-end, ding-dong stuff, with so much to enjoy. It's a cracking watch.
Inter Milan head in, having made the crucial breakthrough, and to that end there is a degree of satisfaction there. The lead by no means decisive yet, but so far so good. 1-0 at the break. And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out, see if you can open them up a bit more.
Now it's Vinicius Junior.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
He's shifting through the gears here. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be...
He's going for goal! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Someone who's featured heavily of late, in a good sense, of course.
For this match was
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Oh, that was vital. Big chance! And it's in! They have come roaring back!
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Barcelona grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
And here's Colomboani. Oh, we expected better. Vinicius Junior! Goal, Inter! And they get themselves in front! Even some of the opposing fans are clapping that. You just have to appreciate it.
Well, the ball flight may be unpredictable, but the predictable part was the technique. It screamed goal all the way.
Inter Milan go into the lead. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, that looks a decent ball.
Inter surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Davids. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Played back in, and has chosen to go back. Mbappe! Oh, Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
Substitution for Inter, number 8.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Number 6, Vinicius Junior.
Distributed tidily.
Coming on the field, number 21.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Vigo has it out wide and in space.
Number 7.
And he can clear it away.
Substitution.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
That has been cut short. Caught offside that time. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And that will be the final act. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame. Well, hello, welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Big chance! It's in!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, I think the keeper has every reason to rip into that defence for allowing him to get into such a good position.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. It's run loose here. Drive. Bernardo Silva! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Bernardo Silva actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And here's Lewandowski. Now it's Neymar. Real chance. Has a goal! He's got a goal! It's no time at all.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, his appreciation of space then was absolutely exceptional. A moving genius.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
Good spot, he's seen the run. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Bernardo Silva. Costa Curta cuts it out. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. And that's put paid to a promising move. And here's Neymar, and he's managed to get free. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Goal! Inter! And they've got their lead back.
Yeah, the pass was bang on, and he just had to ensure he didn't stray offside. The finish was actually bang on too.
Inter Milan go into the lead. And it's Bernardo Silva. Tchouaméni deals with that comfortably. And that's gone loose. And he's quick to snatch it back. Lewandowski. Now it's Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Bernardo Silva. Now it's Figo. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Tchouaméni. Inter Milan looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Mbappe. Here's Tchouaméni. And he's had it nicked away. Inter Milan are looking to break at pace. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And it's Neymar. Camavinga.
2 added minutes have been indicated.
Not a lot more he could do there.
Beckham. Neymar. And that intercept. And it's half-time here. So half-time, no shortage of action and talking points at both ends of the field. 3 goals to light up the crowd, and a fair reflection of the territorial state of play with the half-time scoreline, 2 goals to 1.
Broadcast live on our club's FM station.
Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's still anyone's game, as both sides have shown they have goals in them. As for the next one, should it arrive, that may have a bigger bearing as to who emerges victorious.
Inter Milan come in at half-time, largely satisfied with where they are. After a half which has certainly had its moments, has been lit up with some flair from time to time. The scoreline in their favour at the break, 2 goals to 1. And we're already back up and running after half-time. He's found a way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. And here's Beckham.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
The attendance for this match was
Beckham.
81,007.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Quality ball. Lewandowski! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Lewandowski clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And it's Neymar. Mbappe. Bruno Fernandes. Beckham. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Oh, it's come loose. Neymar.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Shapes to shoot! Ronaldo is flagged offside.
Substitution for Inter, number 18.
So,
Cristiano
time for changes
Ronaldo.
on both sides, actually.
Number 21, Bernardo Silva. Number 7, Neymar. Coming on the field,
De Paul.
number 12, Kolo Muani.
And the pass is intercepted.
Gavi, number 20.
And it's Maradona.
Mbappe.
Neither of these two want to
Substitution
come
in
off
progress.
second best. Inter Milan, close now to seeing this one through to the end.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
That pass has been well
There will be
intercepted.
1 minute added time.
And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. And that is that. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment.
Security
How would you
staff
sum
for
up
each
what
block.
we've witnessed? Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. And he's being shifted off it. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And that's been won straight back. Played out to the left flank.
Tony Adams, now there is a proper defender, Jim.
Well, not too many Englishmen can rival his leadership qualities, Peter.
He just had so many strengths. You could go on all day about him, couldn't you?
Well, the epitome of solidity, thanks to his winning mentality and ability to organise a back four. You don't argue with Tony Adams. You do what you're told.
Now it's Mbappe, and he's managed to get free.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
He's found... Now the finish! Goal! Inter! With a predatory goal.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too.
Danielson!
Danielson really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment.
Camavinga. Well, that's well seen too. Danielson. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Mbappe!
Now it's Schneider. And he's got the shot away! Now that is commitment to the cause. And we have our very first corner. Nice interception, well timed. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Oh, he's found him in space! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score.
1 minute added time.
Inter Milan finding their passes, and the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Inter Milan go in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. And we are back on the way.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter.
Mbappe! It's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game opens up from here. It looks as if it could happen.
That is just remarkable, the amount of bend he got on that.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise to see him elect to shoot from there, considering how much movement can be generated on the ball. Great hit.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
Hernandez clears. Has a look and plays it forward. Camavinga.
Inter really just need to be careful for the next 10 minutes or so, deal with the pressure, and come again.
Picks big chance!
The attendance for this match.
And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Punched away. And the keeper beats it away.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And it's Messi. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Aim forwards, bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Looking tidy in possession here. Forlan. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Ribery. Alexander-Arnold. Played back in. Oh, super ball! Now, who's going to be first to this? They're back in possession and ready to go again. And Alexander-Arnold.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
That has been cut short. And it's Messi. 5 minutes left on the clock. It's Forlan. Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
Yeah, he may feign to shoot and just play it into the box.
Oh, what about that? And that has raised the roof! That was beautiful. Something close to genius.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Dixon.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Inter Milan, pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Inter definitely struggled to get going. That was sensed by their support early on, and it just compounded the frustration.
Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply...
Tries a shot! Superb goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes. Bayer Leverkusen clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
This is the time you need that pace.
Adams gets across to intercept that. Çalhanoğlu. Kimmich. And it's Neymar. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Danielson. He's making a real surge on the left. Neymar. Oh, good-looking ball. Elise. Busquets. Nicely weighted ball. He's found a way through. Is there any support? He might not need it. It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Inter really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Kimmich. That's a good cross in and a good clearance out. Danielson. He is through here. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Danielson. This is Danielson! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Danielson can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Kimmich. And it's Neymar. Over to the left. Danielson. And there's green grass ahead of him. Ronaldo is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. He's picked his way through and claimed it back swiftly. Danielson. Hernandez is charging up on the overlap. Vinicius Junior bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And it's Ribery. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's looking to set free a runner.
Well, he certainly...
And the whistle goes for half-time. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room. And while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Substitution for Inter, number 18, Cristiano Ronaldo.
And we're off again.
Alisson.
Inter can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Number 14, Manuel Neuer.
And he's taking no chances there. Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
That is good strength. Musiala. Musiala going face-to-face with his great rival. The ball has bounced loose now. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Ribery. Oh, that was vital. That's going to go a long way. Played out to the right.
Was 80,314.
Almost an hour gone. Now it's Ribery.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Mbappe. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Your impression so far, Jim?
Inter are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Costa Curta. Inter Milan, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Alexander-Arnold kept his eye on it, and he's there. Figo. Terrific header! And he hits the net! There seemed no way back, but they are level! What a super header, dispatched beautifully.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
And the ball's a good one here.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Substitution for Inter. Number 17, Danielson. Number 10, Figo. Coming on the field, number 6,
That was a
Vinicius
decent
Junior.
ball. Bastoni
Number
spots it
24,
and intercepts.
Freddie Ljungberg. Substitution.
Aim forwards. Kimmich. Looking tidy in possession. Pedri! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
That's really well cleared. And that's been won straight back.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Interesting ball. That is a brilliant interception. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing, and both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. Filippo Inzaghi voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And that could set him on his way. Mbappe! And he's done it!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
That has been cut short. Passes short and sharp.
Inter really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Mbappe.
Alexander-Arnold did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Pinches it off him. So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped. Undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
Couldn't squeeze it through. And they can counter here. And he thumps it clear. Moved on forwards. Stoichkov. Well, at 6'6", and with that sort of a physique, Jim, Daniel van Bouten was only ever going to be a monstrous centre-half, wasn't he?
Yeah, and a very good one at that. The first Belgian, I believe, to become a European champion at club level.
Yes, he was. And to do that, you've got to be pretty handy.
Well, played right into his path.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Oh, that's a key interception. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Guardiola. And it's Stoichkov. And he's intervened well there.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Passing nice and neat. Stoichkov! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Stoichkov is offering a right smile there.
Rivalry. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. He went for the curler.
We all love a tryer, Peter, but the wiser choice would have been ball into box.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's a sharp little ball here. Busquets. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Stoichkov. Ribery. Vigo providing an outlet on that flank. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. And now they can spring out of defence. Great run on the overlap here. Cafu. He's shifting through the gears here. There's the hit! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
He'll be irritated with that, Peter. He really did spring into life as he made his run. Santos couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
And reclaimed it in a trice. And we hit half-time. Well, there it is, half-time. Not a bad watch by any means. And the efforts of both sides have been good, but neither have been able to penetrate. And so we reach the break, and the game remains
And a quick reminder
goals.
today to please take all lit-up bins located
Interesting
by the
half,
entrance
just
gate.
missing
Thank
goals,
you
so
very
don't be
much
surprised
for
if
your
the second half
cooperation.
brings a change to the scoreline at the break, 0-0. And the action is back on the way.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players.
David Villa! Goal!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
That's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
So the first moment of real significance.
Oh, half-time has been a blessing for this team. You know, what a great start to the second half.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Defending was strong and firm. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Engages
The
and
attendance
forces
for
him
this
off the
match
ball.
was 71,898.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, perfectly measured that.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Looking tidy in possession here. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey. Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bellingham. Just a quarter of an hour to play.
Santos surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Heads it! That has been knocked clear. Played backwards here.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
DiMarco. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Substitution on the field. Number 9.
So, time for changes
Number
on
2,
both sides, actually.
Adams. Number 21. Koke. Number 11.
Oh, he's found some space here.
Guardiola.
It's a pretty loose pass.
Number 5. Daniel Van
Adams
Goyten.
cuts out the pass.
Coming on the
The
field.
ball is loose and the chase
17.
is on.
Son Heung-min.
It's Son Heung-min! No mistake! And surely that does it! Perfect time! Decisive strike! Even some of the opposing fans are clapping that. You just have to appreciate it.
You know what was notable?
Oh, shooting chance! And more, and more, and more! And the lead is extended still further.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
A case now of complete control.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. And that is as far as it goes. Inter Milan have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything.
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game.
And the finish! Superb goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Argentina are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Mbappe.
This hits one! And yes, it's there! 2-0, and in next to no time.
And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before, and no doubt they'll work it again.
And yes, it's him again.
So that's 2 now without reply.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Now it's Romario. He's going to be disappointed with that. Alexander-Arnold. Well, we expected better, and so did he.
Romario.
Van Dijk calmly anticipates.
Romario.
Argentina have it,
And the shot! He scored!
calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
We have got ourselves a game here.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
Busquets. Now it's Figo. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Always onto this. Busquets. That's a fabulous...
Eto'o! It's in! Argentina are level!
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
He's shifting through the gears here. And he's quick to snatch it back. That's a decent clearance. Rodri. Ledged. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Eto'o.
Ribery. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Maldini cuts out the pass. And it's Ribery. And claimed it back swiftly. Oh, good take in a good area. Xavi Alonso. And there is the half-time whistle. Inter Milan playing their part in a real slugfest here. A glut of goals, and nothing to suggest much is going to change. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this. What a good half. They've gone blow for blow, and it's 2-2. And we are back on the way. Changes made by neither side, from what we understand.
Eto'o. Decent hit! And it's a goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Argentina take the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Eto'o is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encourage the pass with an intent.
And Messi! And he hits the net! 2 up now, and they are cruising. He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. Argentina take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Danielson. That is good alertness. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Mbappe! A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He won't be happy with that one. Oh, perfectly measured that. And he cuts out the supply. And that's gone loose. Busquets. Camavinga. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Messi providing an outlet on that flank.
Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Now it's Eto'o, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Danielson will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Not the most accurate pass. Busquets. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Belletti. And it's Eto'o. Camavinga.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
3 minutes added time.
And oh, terrible mistake. Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Hernandez just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
And we're done. Inter Milan did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful by the way it came to pass. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the player...
So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped. Undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. And as you can see, we've already started here. Oh, super ball! Oh, good ball. Musiala. It's a really well-measured ball. Shot at goal! Now, who's going to be first to this? Turns and goes back. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Over to the left. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now, has he got the beating of his marker here? Guardiola did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Ah, he made it look.
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Now this could be a chance. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Vinicius Junior. Pedri did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Can he finish? Goal! Inter! How very smart. He just got it right.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this...
Big chance! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, the pass was sublime. The finish was substandard. What a disappointment. We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Cafu was in no mood for any of that. Good running, strong and purposeful. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Just ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Great hit! He would have been quick to... Oh, it's fallen loose again! No, he couldn't get hold of it.
OK, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. And reclaimed it in a trice. Well, that looks a good ball through, and he's onside. Vinicius Junior!
2 added minutes has been indicated.
There's the shot! He has done it! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, it doesn't have to look spectacular. Why complicate simplicity?
And it's half-time here. We'll do it back on the first 45 minutes.
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Inter Milan in control at half-time, 2-0. Here we go again then. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Mbappe. Pedri. Mbappe. Busquets.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Camavinga. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Mbappe. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Pedri. Another pass, just keeps it ticking over. Danger averted for now. Inter Milan are 2 up early in the second half.
Was 80,314.
Now it's Mbappe. Rivalry, who does have an assist to his name. He won't be happy with that one. Thinks one through. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's shifting through the gears here. Chance for the header! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Big header! Madrid have the chance to go the other way.
The lead is extended still further.
And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
You know, I'm not going to be hard on the goalkeeper because that moved all over the place on its journey.
3-0. Ljungberg! This time surely.
Really well taken goal.
It is no contest. It is a landslide. Swift, incisive, deadly, all done in a matter of seconds.
Quick, decisive and unerring. A textbook example of how to turn defence into counter-attack. That'll do for me every time.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Camavinga. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, good take in a good area. Can he finish? And that has been clubbed away.
That's great defending to cover for the goalkeeper and just get something in the way.
And it's Messi. Vinicius Junior has a goal! They've scored!
And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before and no doubt they'll work it again.
Well, they have a goal, but it is surely too much to hope for a comeback. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encourage the pass with an...
Mbappe! Oh, brilliant save! Inter Milan clearly now in lead preservation mode. And here's Mbappe. He's had a hit! And with that, the final whistle. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Vinicius Junior picking up. Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Yamal is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Can he latch on to this? Well read, nice interception. Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Del Piero hurtling down that right flank. Tries to crash through the challenge, but no, couldn't squeeze it through. Gavi. Now it's Del Piero. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Marseille with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's been taken short. Oh, good ball. Pedri! Goal! Marseille! Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. So we have the first goal.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Vinicius Junior going face-to-face with his great rival. And he's being shifted off it. Pass is just off target. Conte.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Adams. Nicely aimed pass. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. He's had a hit! Now, who's going to be first to this? Vinicius Junior. And they win it back again. Del Piero. Oh, can he put it away? And it's in! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
And the whistle goes for half-time. How would you review the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
And a quick announcement today that memorabilia from today's match is now on sale in the Stadium Hall.
Here's the start of the second half.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
And here's Del Piero, and he's away. Plenty to aim at here. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning.
Vinicius Junior! In he goes again.
Mbappe.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Yamal! He's done very well to get to that.
Lamine Yamal is offering a wry smile
The
there.
attendance for this match was
Conte, the man
80,953.
synonymous with solidity. And this is
Chance! Yes! And the lead is extended still further.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Substitution for Inter. Number 20, Mbappe. Coming on
so
to
time for
replace him
changes
is
on both sides,
number
actually.
13,
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
A case now of complete control. Threads one in. Mbappe! And he's managed to get free.
Mbappe!
Inter Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Adams spots it and intercepts. Ribery. Now it's Inzaghi. Just about up to 75 minutes. Out of play for a throw. Mbappe. Foot in. Spread neatly. Some good work on the right flank here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Played back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Filippo Inzaghi.
Oh, what? And one more try!
He was certain to score. It is an inexplicable miss.
His radar picked up on that very quickly, and he was first to react.
That's really well manoeuvred. Ljungberg. Messi. And it's Modric. And that has put paid to that. He can run onto that. Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it
2
out.
added minutes has been indicated.
2 minutes to be added on. He's found a way through. Goalkeeper's ball. So that's it. It is all over. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or
reminder
commitment
today to
in
please
everything
take
the
all
players
your-
were...
So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. And as you can see, we've already started here. It's over the line, and that'll be a goal kick. Figo. Nicely intercepted.
Peter, I can't recall a better leader of the line than Marco van Basten.
A great scorer of goals and, of course, a scorer of great goals.
Yeah, and because of that, the words audacious and spectacular come to mind, and I think they best sum up what he could muster on a consistent basis.
Well, that has not gone well. Passing nice and neat. Can he get it through? And the pass is intercepted. And it's Fernando Torres. And Torres! Goal! Barcelona! There is the breakthrough. Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Yeah, I just thought he made great use of his upper body there. It would have taken something really special to keep that out.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
And here's Colomwani. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Colomwani had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
He's going to be disappointed with... He's having a goal! Same again, same outcome.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
Ruben Dias. And that is a little undercooked.
Might want to be careful there.
Casemiro has been caught there, it's a foul. Colomwani proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline. Nielsen, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Van Basten! They've got to be quick to recover this. Van Dijk. Busquets.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Figo. He is through here. Oh, easy pickings there.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And it's Maradona. And he's in on goal. It's a loose ball. That's good play. Now then, the ball's come loose. And we've reached half-time. And it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Inter really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Passes short and sharp. And here's Torres, and Torres! Just a whisker away. He's had it taken off him. Torres. Into Milan, still this single goal behind. Maradona. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Maradona! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Barcelona really are in the ascendancy here, and they know they have to register while that's the case.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Coming on the field, number 9, Neymar. Number 22,
Neymar.
David Villa.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Defending was strong and firm. Van Basten. And he's managed to get free, showing good feet. And he's had it nicked away. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Camavinga. This is... and the shot! And he hits the net! Right back in it! Almost no time remaining, game still on. Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Well, his appreciation of space then was absolutely exceptional. A moving genius.
Inter Milan grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
David Villa. Interesting ball. Now this could be a chance. Shapes to shoot! Now that is commitment to the cause. And we have our very first corner. Irwin with the short one.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
David Villa. He might be... Can he put it away? Oh, it's in! Late in the day! This could well be it! Complete awareness. He understood what was needed, and he executed it smoothly.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball, and it all came good.
Barcelona take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Messi. Is there any support? He might not need it. Colomboani. And time is up. Well, that was intense. An enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the odd goal. Your reflections then, Jim?
Inter really will be deflated by the result, not just because...
Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot.
Hello, everybody,
Without a doubt, it
and
is the
welcome
week's
to
most
today's match.
eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We have already started here. Nunez. Great chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Up he goes! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Darwin. And the pass is intercepted. Alessandro Costa-Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
Has a look and plays it forward. And they're quick to get it back. Hit into the middle. Climbs up big! There it is! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Pedri, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Neymar puts his foot on the gas. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Now it's Darwin. Well, this man's contribution is, as you would expect, proving terrific.
Well, not only can a player of such high calibre show the imagination to set up a goal, but he can also produce when the pressure's on to deliver a big moment. This guy was born to create.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And he's there to clear it.
There will be 1 minute added time.
It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, he's burst through. And we've reached half-time. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
He's got away. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. And he's there to belt it away. And reclaimed it in a trice. And it's Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. No, no way through there. Scholes. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Costa Curta kept his eye on it, and he's there. And he's managed to get free. Can he finish? They've scored! And there's the goal they've been looking for. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, that's a measured delight. The curl he applied was immaculate.
Substitution on the field. Number 20, number 8.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Neymar providing an outlet on that flank.
Substitutions taking place.
Alexander-Arnold. He's had a hit! Oh no, this does not... And again! They are rampant! And they are pulling clear here. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
A case now of complete control.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Now that... And the shot! And that has forced the very best out of the keeper.
OK, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Messi. And he's only too happy to take that back. Aimed beyond... He's got the shot away! This is their second corner of the game. He can get that clear. Just 5 minutes left. Works it forward. Hernandez. Neymar.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Messi. De Ligt promptly onto that, and that is that. Osimhen running with the ball. No outsmarting him this time. He's picked his way. Inzaghi! No mistake!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Inter desperately failing to impose themselves on the game.
So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature.
We have already started here.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Beckham. Neymar. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Beckham, driving on and making good progress. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now that's well seen too. So what can they make of this? He's got away. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
He's in a great position. He's had a hit! Goal!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And it's Bernardo Silva. Oh, played through for the wide man. In for a header! No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
Nielsen. Now who's going to be first to this? Gets his pass away.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Schneider. Oh, good ball, shots on here. Great ball, and he's in here. He's had a shot. And it's Schneider. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, this man's contribution is, as you would expect, proving terrific.
Well, not only can a player of such high calibre show the imagination to set up a goal, but he can also produce when the pressure's on to deliver a big moment. This guy was born to create.
Mbappe! Terrific header! And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
That gets things going for the second half.
Inter can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Messi. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Busquets. Adams. And Hernandez. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that has put paid to that. Messi.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage.
Mbappe! He scores! Inter are back in business.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Inter Milan grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
And he's managed to get free. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Mbappe! Roberto Carlos. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, good play on the left-hand side here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Shot could be on. Roberto Carlos, in again. And that should be the keepers. Adams spots it and intercepts. Danielson. Danielson proves just a...
Hits one!
No way through. The ball's gone astray. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won. Well, they're definitely intent on winning it, and they've come close. Just wondering how many more chances they can have. One, maybe two, realistically.
Danielson.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities, and neither willing to give in. Mbappe taking in the accolades.